The Necker cube is an optical illusion first published as a rhomboid in 1832 by Swiss crystallographer Louis Albert Necker. Ambiguity. The Necker cube is an ambiguous line drawing. The effect is interesting because each part of the picture is ambiguous by itself, yet the human visual system picks an interpretation of each part that makes the whole consistent. The Necker cube is sometimes used to test computer models of the human visual system to see whether they can arrive at consistent interpretations of the image the same way humans do. Humans do not usually see an inconsistent interpretation of the cube. A cube whose edges cross in an inconsistent way is an example of an impossible object, specifically an impossible cube. With the cube on the left, most people see the lower left face as being in front most of the time. This is possibly because people view objects from above, with the top side visible, far more often than from below, with the bottom visible, so the brain prefers the interpretation that the cube is viewed from above. Another reason behind this may be due to the brain's natural preference of viewing things from left to right, therefore seeing the leftmost square as being in front. There is evidence that by focusing on different parts of the figure one can force a more stable perception of the cube. The intersection of the two faces that are parallel to the observer forms a rectangle, and the lines that converge on the square form a Y-junction of the two diagonally opposite sides. If an observer focuses on the upper Y-junction, the lower left face will appear to be in front. The upper right face will appear to be in front if the eyes focus on the lower junction. Blinking while being on the second perception will probably cause you to switch to the first one. The Necker cube has shed light on the human visual system. The phenomenon has served as evidence of the human brain being a neural network with two distinct equally possible interchangeable stable states. Sidney Bradford, blind from the age of 10 months but regaining his sight following an operation at age 52, did not perceive the ambiguity that normal-sighted observers do. Apparent viewpoint. The orientation of the Necker cube can also be altered by shifting the observer's point of view. When seen from apparent above, one face tends to be seen closer. And in contrast, when seen from a subjective viewpoint that is below, a different face comes to the fore. Epistemology. The Necker cube is used in epistemology and provides a counter-attack against Norvay realism. Norvay realism states that the way we perceive the world is the way the world actually is. The Necker cube seems to disprove this claim because we see one or the other of two cubes, but really, there is no cube there at all, only a two-dimensional drawing of 12 lines. We see something which is not really there, thus disproving Norvay realism. This criticism of Norvay realism supports representative realism. A rotating Necker cube was used to demonstrate that the human visual system can recruit new visual cues that affect the way things look. A doctored photograph purporting to be of an impossible cube was published in the June 1966 issue of Scientific American, where it was called the Free-Emish crate. References in popular culture. The Necker cube is discussed to such extent in Robert J. Sawyer's 1998 science fiction novel Factoring Humanity that Necker becomes a verb, meaning to impel one's brain to switch from one perspective or perception to another. See also, optical illusion, Penrose triangle, the spinning dancer, Blivet, impossible cube, rhomboid tiling. References. External links, History of the Cube and a JavaPlet, Modeling Human Perception of the Cube, video demonstration of the Necker cube.